Phoenix Splash TV. Do you ever start watching a YouTube channel and then it just goes downhill? They draw you in with their well put together videos and then just shift for lazier videos. This happens because on YouTube, quantity oftentimes beats quality, but as a result, the product becomes very stale and you unsubscribe. It fills your feed and overtakes videos that you would rather be watching, that people put more time in. Other times, it's a complicated reason for unsubscribing a YouTuber. With that said, here are some YouTubers that I've actually unsubscribed from. Atheist channels. Now before you get your pitchforks, I don't define myself as an atheist, but oftentimes I was interested in what they had to say, and not just me, there are plenty of people of religion that are subscribed to these types of channels. But after a few months of them, I started realizing what they actually were. They're just hate channels, often reflecting what their audience is thinking and bashing the hell out of bad Christians of Christianity. And now I see that they've transitioned to hating feminists. So if you need something to reflect your negative thoughts on certain subjects, then they're the channels for you. I did learn things from them, like trigger words. People just hate certain words and redefine them. I made a video about homosexuality and feminism in Shenmue, and people were actually mad about the F word. Good thing I put it in all caps. ScrewAttack. Now don't get me wrong, ScrewAttack is an amazing channel, and I have subscribed, unsubscribed, and subscribed many times. It's an ongoing thing with them really. I'm sure it doesn't make a dent since they have like 2 million subscribers. Like many people, I disagree with many of their death battles. The one I still disagree with is Mai vs Chun-Li. Now I love SNK and I love Mai, but she can't beat Chun-Li, no matter how big her boobs are. Shortly after, they made a video about how they're never wrong and how they're always right, and that they do more research than their viewers. I guess they were trying to decrease the number of debates on their comment section? I believe that made me unsubscribe. I resubscribed when I realized that there's some really talented people on that team, and they don't deserve my cold shoulder just because I disagree with the mouthpieces. Plus, I've pretty much seen them from their early days. Anyone remember Handsome Tom? The Young Turks. Now despite which side of the fence you're on, everyone could agree that politicians and the government pretty much control big media outlets. So imagine when a CNN host leaves his station to start an online news network so that he could talk about the real news, unfiltered, no government officials telling him what to say. You get the Young Turks. In theory, it sounds like a good synopsis, and for many people it works out for them. But I think most of their viewers agree that they kind of have a one-sided approach to many things, which is okay, but then they post like 4 or 5 videos every day. All in all, it was just too much for me to handle, and it was overtaking material that I actually wanted to see, that people actually worked really hard on. And many of the things that they said were starting to piss me off, so I ended up unsubscribing, and I haven't subscribed to them since. Happy Console Gamer. Now I love the Happy Console Gamer. For those of you that like retro games, please check him out. There was a time when I did unsubscribe from him. It was a little bit after he announced his Patreon. Now don't get me wrong, I wasn't mad at the fact that he made one, but after that every video seemed to be regurgitated game news. The videos themselves were basically him just announcing what happened and then asking the viewers what they thought of it. I really didn't like the direction he was heading, so I unsubscribed. I later resubscribed though, and I'm glad I did because he came back to his senses. The passion was back, Rob Man was back, and the quality of his videos were back. I was a fan all over again. Boogie2988. Now this guy I used to like a lot because we had similar stories. I'm going to come out and say it, I used to be fat and I got picked on. I think I weigh the same now as I did when I was like 9 years old. So as you can tell, Boogie2988's channel appealed to me. Of course I found his channel with a Francis video which still are funny to me. I really did think that they were real. When I found his vlogs, many of them hit close to home, but then he started doing something that made me question his whole approach to YouTube. Now, I didn't unsubscribe to him because he was in it for the views, I did it because I just felt awkward. There was one video in particular, his video response to Matthew Plagiarizer's abuse story. Now, Matthew's video went viral, and he cried on it, so Boogie did the same thing and pretty much went viral as well. It was weird to me, like the crying looked real, but let's face it, Boogie is a good actor. And it was in the thumbnail, the crying. It got so awkward, so I left. I've heard he's toned down the YouTube drama stuff, but I haven't resubscribed to him, and I don't know if I ever will. Pat the NES Punk. Now, this one is probably the most important one to me, because I really like Pat the NES Punk's reviews and flea market madnesses, but the thing that really put me off was the podcast. Much like Happy Console Gamer's channel, Pat started doing more videos at a time with less quality. This was the direction that I thought Happy Console Gamer was going in. Now, don't get me wrong, I have nothing against podcasts, and I did watch them for a while. But Pat was uploading these quite frequently, covering up videos that people worked harder on and uploaded less frequently. I believe now he's toned it down, but I still haven't resubscribed. Every once in a while I'll check his channel to see if he has another Flea Market Madness or NES game review, but that podcast takes up way too much of his feed. He should make like longer videos of it. And you know, it might have calmed down now, but I wouldn't know. I see his thumbnails are becoming more clickbaity though. Maybe in the future I'll resubscribe, but as of right now I don't have any plans to. I've probably unsubscribed to more, but I think that's all I'll share for now. Have you ever unsubscribed to a YouTuber? If so, why? Leave it in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to Phoenix Splash TV. This is Game Analyzer, signing off.